guys. We are Stoomboy, the combat companion. So, as always, show's brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. Hard Life Fightwear offering a range of products, whether it be gi, no gi, MMA, they do have you covered. So, anybody looking for any cool stuff, whether it be their existing line or even any custom gear, then definitely drop Hard Life a Fightwear. A message on hardlifefightwear.co.uk. Use the discount code STOOM15 and they will sort you out with a little bit of a discount from there. So guys, we're going to be talking about the biggest grappling show in the UK at the moment, bar none. As I said, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of this, and it's been awesome to see it grow and grow and grow. And as I said, we're about to do the biggest show of I don't know, but I don't see anybody beating this show. Manchester, BEC Arena. Anybody have a look at the pictures of the BEC Arena? Do you know what I mean? Cage Warriors have been there. There's been loads of different shows and stuff like that. And it's amazing to see where we've come in such a short time. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Dion and the rest of the team have done an amazing job in putting everything together. So we're going to be seeing Young Sub 7, Sub Series 18, on the 13th of September, I say BEC Arena. Tickets, usual places, Young Subs official, Sub Series official, and also pay-per-views on it as well. So if you're not going to be in attendance, then definitely hit that pay-per-view. The pay-per-view link is in the bio, and obviously we'll get it posted throughout closer to the time as well. So the man, Dion Fitzpatrick, what's happening, brother? I mean,
Yes.
tell us about
Pretty
you. I mean, this has been an amazing journey so far.
incredible, mate. Incredible. Appreciate obviously you having me on as well, Stu. Always a pleasure, brother.
Mate, you're the boss man. I can't not have the boss man on. Do you
You're
know
the
what
boss. I'm not the boss. You're the boss.
I mean? but
But this is
see,
Stu's world. We're just playing in it.
but tell us about you. I mean, it's been an amazing journey. Obviously, you come in, started off sub series. Obviously, it came from Northern Submission Series, and then obviously when you guys took it, then moved into sub series,
Yeah.
and then introduced obviously in January this year young subs as well. Which I mean, young subs was. I mean, young subs has been nothing short of phenomenal, in my opinion. Anyway, I mean, we've seen some. I mean, the kids when they first come in, you remember them when they were nervous, they were, do you know what I mean? They were dead anxious and stuff like that. And we've been able to see a lot of these kids growing again in such a short period of time to absolute superstars.
No, it's crazy. I mean, from January, it's been such a big, obviously, a journey, and we've said we've been everything we've done, we've been building up for this show, building up and building up, and yeah, we've got some incredible plans. You know, I'm always thinking we've got it in our head, but like I say to you all the time, I always feel strange coming on these podcasts because it's not about me. I've said that from the start. It's not about me. It never will be. It's the kids. It's the people's show, isn't it? And you know, without the fans, the coaches, the parents, it's no show. So you know, like I've said, at the end of the day, without the support, we couldn't get this far. But you
Yeah,
know, we're happy with what we've done. Obviously, you know, some good venues, the Fed, you know, the Point as well is a good one. But Manchester, man, we've got nearly 70 fights already. You know, because
yeah,
at first we were actually considering about not putting on an adult show because there's just that many kid fights, which is great to see.
yeah. The thing I like as well about the kids shows, because I mean, a lot of these kids, I mean, when they go to local competitions, they all seem to face each other all the time. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, they'll go to whatever competition, and do you know what I mean? You'll see, like, obviously, you've got Derek Steele just saying Manchester's going to be crazy. So, obviously, Cody's going to be there as always. So,
Yes, Derek. Yes,
yeah,
the
but
boy.
Cody's one of these kids where when she goes to a local comp, there's either nobody there to fight or it's somebody that she's fought numerous times where, do you know what I mean, she comes on young subs and it's a different person every single time.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, just this week as well, we've got a Spanish team coming in as well from Barcelona. They're
Mhm.
sending some names over, so it's nice to see those international European fighters coming in as well because you'll notice as well, Stu, we're doing sub series. You know, we do get like Danish fighters, Swedish fighters, French fighters. We've had, you know, fighters from all over the show, and especially on the kids side as well. You can see, obviously, we've got the Brazilians in Edinburgh, which was good.
Yeah.
We've got a good fight against CJ the Danish lad coming over again as well. So that's going to be good. We've got a Spanish team, and then obviously we've got the Scottish coming in. We've got the Irish. It's good to see. It's what you want. You want to see different faces coming in all the time, and it shows that obviously we're doing something right.
That's the thing I want to see. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the Americans coming over, and obviously more of the Brazilians and kids coming from all over the place. Do you know what I mean? And just coming over and being part of the show. Do you know what I mean? And taking on like, because I always say this. I mean, the UK kids. I think the UK kids at the moment are some of the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we see
Oh,
that when they come out in young subs. I mean, some of the games. I mean, we see like, who was the youngest we had on? Was it Ava Taylor? I think what she's 6 year old or something. Ava.
yeah.
And do you know what I mean? She was rolling about like somebody that had been doing it for years, like an absolute professional, and being so young. And we see that with a lot of the kids. So I think they're some of the best in the world. So I'd love to see them up against Americans and other Brazilians and Europeans and stuff like that. So that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, for so many years as well, especially our kids, they've always had to fly to Brazil and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's nice to see that obviously get that experience, that you want to compete against the best, to become the best, I guess. But it is nice to see that the stage is obviously, especially on the comp scene, that we are putting on those shows where it is exciting and people do want to fly in, to compete as well. Because, you know, I mean, I'd say personally, we're probably, as a country, for grapplers, we're in the top three. You got the
yeah,
Brazilians, you got the Americans, in my opinion, anyway.
yeah,
And I just, I mean, you'll know what it's like as well, Stu, especially from the first show back at the Fed in January. You can see the personalities have changed as well.
yeah,
People, you remember at first when people were nervous, and it's one of them. It's, I guess, from my point of view, when you look at it, you'll know what it's like when you go to these comps. You see multiple maps down, and let's say you lose your fight. Not many people really notice it. We're out there, you're fighting. All the eyes are on you. You got to handle the pressure. Obviously, you got the sparks, you got the flames, and the music and stuff. But I think that's what makes it so much better as well. Because when you win, it's your moment. But
yeah,
at the same time, we've seen fighters where they've lost at first, but they've become better grapplers from losing.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think what it is as well, I think you sort of learn how to win. I think when you win, you learn how to win. If that makes sense. I
yeah,
think you
yeah.
find a way of doing certain things in a different way. Um, but no, it's good to see, man.
One of the kids, obviously Daniel Frayne, just coming in saying looking forward to Manchester. Obviously Abby the Beast. You talked about
Yeah,
there people that they learn from losing. And Abby, I remember at one point Abby couldn't get a win, but she kept coming, and she got the win at Edinburgh. And then she's won on the last three shows.
3 or 4. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
on an absolutely incredible run. Yeah.
yeah,
It
so
shows the confidence though, doesn't it? And having the right attitude. Don't give up. Just keep going, keep going. And we've said it many times before as well, where you could be, I don't know, 10 years old. Let's say you win a world championship.
yeah,
In probably, I don't know, in 5, 6, 7, 8 years time, no one's really going to look at that.
yeah,
So fight the best now. Take that experience. Just fight the best. Gi, no gi, go for it. Why not? You're light years ahead.
yeah, yeah,
And just think when you enter these big shows in a few years' time and you've got all that experience,
yeah.
man, it's good. Scary.
Yeah, I remember
Generations
Abby.
soon.
Yeah, I remember Abby winning in Edinburgh. I remember one of the first things she done was calling her dad, and that came over to me and said, "I got one, I got one."
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
They were so
Class.
excited. She was absolutely excited having that young subs medal around her neck. Do you know what I mean? And then she goes away to, I think it was at Sunderland. She wins at Sunderland, and she got
Wins
another
again.
one.
Yep.
And then obviously Newcastle wins another one. So she's now got three. Do you know what I mean? So she's very very excited, and her confidence is so high now as well. So
No, it's great to see, man. It's great to see.
yeah,
And she takes fights where she's happy to give up weight and age as well.
yeah, yeah.
She's yeah, she's open. We appreciate stuff like that.
We see that all the time, though. I mean, a lot of these kids do it. Megan Stacey. I mean, Megan Stacey's giving up weight, age, and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, it's all about just getting on, as you said, getting on the mats, testing yourself against whoever, and not really worrying about the outcome.
Yeah, I mean Megan Stacey went 5-0 in Nogi, which is incredible. And
Yeah,
even I mean, no, that's and then obviously she's vacated the belt to move up. That she realizes a new chapter begins now. She
yeah,
got that belt. Once you win it, no one can take it from you. You've
yeah,
won it. You're a champion.
yeah, yeah,
Move on, and I mean, even if I think she lost the last one, but it doesn't matter. She's in a. If you look at that division's stacked. It
yeah,
is absolutely crazy for 55.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is. Um, but no, she's been brilliant.
yeah. Obviously, a Mary Pringle, Kobe Longworth's mum, just saying completely changed Kobe's life from a quiet, timid lad to getting a chance to train in Scotland, making so many new friends. Life has been taken over now by young subs. Absolutely love it. Do you know what I mean? And Kobe's one of these kids as well. I mean,
We
he's
love Colby. We love Colby, man.
yeah, yeah, and the thing with Kobe is Kobe takes all them hard fights as well. Do you know what I mean? But and he's not got a win yet. Obviously, he was very, very close at the last one. Obviously there was stuff happened there, but he's very, very close at the last one. But I remember talking to him and just saying, "Look, keep going, don't give up." Do you know what I mean? Just keep going, and eventually, see when you get that one. And I always talk about Abby Frayne, and I say, look. Abby went on I think Abby was 0-4 or something, if I remember rightly, and then she got that one win, and then it all changed for her. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing I said the same to Colby. Just keep coming, keep trying, and it's going to change for you. Do you know what I mean? So I can definitely see once Colby gets that first win out of the way, that's it, man. I reckon he's going to go on an absolute tear.
Keep knocking on the door.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep knocking
yeah,
on the door. Hundred
yeah,
percent, hundred
yeah,
percent. And like you say, again, takes hard fights.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. Obviously, young subs have been amazing, but talk about sub series because we forget about sub series from time to time. So, I mean, I'm always talking about young
What
subs.
sub series? Come on, it's all young subs. What is sub series?
But sub series as well. Sub series been awesome. Do you know what I mean? We're now seeing kids coming over that are on young subs, and now they're
Mm,
coming over like Toby Collin. We've seen Leighton Zakora, Nathan. Do you know what I mean? So we're seeing all these kids coming over, and they're now running a mock on sub series against the adults.
yeah, no, well, that's the thing. It's like they're gonna use young subs to get all that experience and that, and then that is gonna be the next stage, isn't it? They're building to that. And we've seen a few obviously come through. Leighton Sakura won against Joe Vipon in the last one, and that was an absolute war.
Yeah,
That
that was
was
awesome. Yeah,
that was just crazy, man.
blood
Crazy.
on both sides,
No
man.
one's seen
Blood on
that
both
fight. Go
sides.
back and watch it because that was just
Yeah,
epic, wasn't it? It was class.
yeah,
It had
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Amari's just coming in saying Kobe will be on sub series before he gets his first win. He won't, man. Kobe will get a win, man. Kobe will get a win for sure. Do you know what I mean? And then by the time he hits sub series, man, he's going to do very, very well. Do you know what I mean? I've got a lot of faith in Kobe for sure. So,
Kobe's winning
um,
soon. Kobe's winning soon.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. But yeah, sub series. I mean, seen some amazing matches. We saw Will Kay coming back at the last one. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That was a crazy match. Him and Jack. So
Again,
um,
Jack, yeah. Yeah.
and Jack's one of these guys as well. I mean, like, we absolutely love Jack. I mean, Jack comes out there, always puts on performances. Do you know what I mean? Win or lose, I mean, Jack will always bring it.
Well, we call Jack Mr. Submission Series
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
he's crazy, isn't he? Two-time
yeah,
champion. We've never had that.
yeah,
Both tournaments as well, 8-man tournaments where you got to win 3 times. He's one of them. If you don't put him away, he's so dangerous, and you make one mistake and it's curtains, isn't it? It's lights out.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, he was a little bit under the weather in that fight. He wasn't himself. You could see that.
yeah,
But take nothing away, obviously, from Will. He's been at the game for a long time. Comes back and puts in a performance like that. So
yeah,
yeah, he'll fight Shane Curtis next for the 80 kilogram because Jack Tyler originally had that,
yeah,
and then Shane Curtis obviously got the decision. So Jack Tyler's still the 75 kilogram champ. But Will go for the 80 against Shane. Hopefully we'll try and get that penciled in for end of the year.
yeah,
When
yeah.
uh when we've got you and Mooch going for
Oh,
it
oh,
as
oh,
well,
oh,
that'll be
yeah.
fun.
That's going to be fun, man. That's it. Yeah, that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. Do you know what I mean? So we're training well. Do you know what I mean? We're in the gym doing well. Do you know what I mean? Weight's doing well. And yeah, everything's looking good. Do you know what I mean? Everything's looking very, very good. So
How's the weight? Is it dropping off easy or
yeah. So it's coming
yeah?
down. We're trying to like I did
You
an
gotta do
MMA
it
fight a
gradually,
couple of
man.
years.
You gotta do it gradually.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. I did an MMA fight a couple of years ago, and what I done is I done the same thing. I gradually brought it down rather than waiting until like maybe a week or two before and then doing a mad crazy cut.
Yeah.
Which don't get me wrong, people do it right, but it's better to bring it down over a few months. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's what we're doing. We're on point. We've got eating's going well, training's going well. Obviously, jiu-jitsu last night for the first time in 18 months, nearly 2 years.
Wow.
So I don't need much training to beat Mitch. Mitch is a pensioner, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like I would probably have a harder time fighting Mitch if he's in that post office queue waiting to get his pension. Do you know what I mean? So he'd be beating me out the way, man. Do you know what I mean? So
Beautiful characters. Mooch said the same thing. He said he's going to go easy on you. I said it's going to be fun to watch.
somebody's at AGM just saying Stuman Mooch needs to be on the kids card. Do you know what I mean? So
Box office, is it? The
well,
fireworks.
yeah, we'll figure out what's going to happen with it. Definitely, do you know what I mean? So, definitely, I've got an army of kids, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I said this, Mooch was on. I remember doing a live, and Mooch came on and started trying to give me pelters on a live, and all the kids jumped on him, man, and started giving him pelters back, and I didn't even need to do anything.
The
The
kids
kids,
love you, man.
so it's
Yeah.
like Stoom's army, man. They got him. They got him. Do you know what I mean? So, but nah, that'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to that. That'll definitely be fun. Mitch is a very good friend of mine. Do you know what I mean? So I'm glad it's Mitch. I'm glad Mitch. But then obviously when I beat Mitch, then I've got an idea of who I want next. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've
I
got a
know.
list, man. Do you know what I mean? I've got a list. So
Tom Hardy's at the top, isn't he?
Listen, Tom, we're going to get Tom, man. We're going to get Tom. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I beat Mitch, man, I'm going to start tagging Tom and everything. Do you know what I mean? I definitely want that Tom Hardy fight. Do you know what I mean? So that'd be good. That'd be good. He's a purple belt, same age. We'll be similar weights. Do you know what I mean? So he's obviously big in Hollywood. I'm big in Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? So we'll get Tom Hardy, man. Do you know what I mean? So Derek Steele just saying that match should be a crossover between young subs and sub series, so everyone gets to watch it. Do you know what I mean? So they'll figure it out, man. They'll figure it out nearer the time for sure. So um,
Brilliant.
tell us
Is
about
it
young
in the
subs.
Stoom? Is it in the gi or is it no gi?
Gee.
Is it?
Yeah. So Mitch was happy enough with the gi. I was happy enough with the gi. So yeah, gi match. Do you know what I mean? The old motherfuckers. Do you know what I mean? The OMFs, man. Do you know what I mean? We're coming
Well, yeah, the belt's going on the line.
So we're coming out, man. We're definitely coming out for it. Do you know what I mean? So tell us about you, some of your highlights. What's been your highlights of young subs? So obviously there's been many. Do you know what I mean? Like mine's was the Liverpool, the
Mm.
Billy Rimmer, and what was the kid's name? Azad. Uh,
Hazard, yeah, yeah.
so that for me that was phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? And that had everything. I mean, there was a lot of it was a great matchup. There was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of passion in the crowd and stuff like that. The crowd was crazy. Do you know what I mean? And that's definitely one of my highlights. Billy Rimmer will love me saying this because do you know what I mean? He loves getting a mention every now and again. But that for me was amazing. That was awesome.
Incredible. All the, I mean, I've said it to you before many times. I mean, Liverpool, it's a sporting city.
Yeah,
You know, obviously they got the football, but it's a proper MMA city. And the good thing is, I mean, they all back each other. The atmosphere is incredible because we went down filming at Liverpool Combat Academy, Loz's place, and you can just see it's the family orientated. It's incredible. It really
yeah,
is. When one goes fighting, they all go fighting. I mean, the Billy Rimmer fight was just, it was something else, wasn't it? But
yeah.
then I think in Edinburgh as well, the Joel Thompson fight against the Brazilian,
High
that
and
was
Petri,
just
yeah,
insane as well. So
yeah,
those two moments definitely stand out for sure.
yeah. I like as well. I
Incredible.
mean, the
And I
fact
think
that
the overtime, I think that went down as a treat as well because I think
yeah,
it gets the crowd into it as well.
yeah.
Because you sort, I mean, you forget about the 5 6 minutes before it then because it doesn't mean anything. You only remember that all the time, and yeah, it's good. It really is
Yeah,
good.
I like as well. I mean, the one thing that I've kind of taken from it is that a lot of these kids have came together, right? We saw it with the Scottish kids. The Scottish kids all walking out. The girls, man, they walking out with each other. And do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? We saw it at Edinburgh. I mean, there was some funny things in Edinburgh. I mean, the kid walking out. I think it was I can't remember who the kid was, but walking out with the McDonald's, and he was coming out dancing and stuff like that with the McDonald's, and just enjoying it, just having fun. And I mean, no nerves. Do you know what I mean? And just all the kids coming together, like Frankie Monaghan. We've seen Frankie coming out, obviously from Ireland, but walking out with a load of people coming out with her. She's walking out with people, and do you know what I mean? And we've seen all of these kids coming together. We didn't really see it much at Young Subs 1 and 2, but Young Subs 3, 4 onwards. I mean, all, especially the girls all have come together.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like we said before, it's the people's show. I mean, you express yourself, you go out there. I mean, especially I look at the girls from Scotland when
Yeah,
when they come together with the flags and the messages they send. It's
yeah,
it's good and it creates a movement, doesn't it? And you can
yeah,
see the personality come out and the confidence come through, and it's it's nice. It's their stage. I've said
yeah,
that from the start. It's their stage to do
yeah.
what they need to do, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a few kind of people for 2026 especially. Do you know what I mean? That I reckon's going to come and blow up. Obviously Kobe Longworth. I reckon once he gets that first win, I reckon he's going to go on an absolute tear. But I mean, we're going to see like Noah Tyndall. Noah Tyndall for me is something else, man. Do you know what I mean? He's
Machine. He's a
yeah,
machine.
yeah, yeah. And do you know what I
When
mean?
you obviously won the IMAF, didn't he? And then he went on and he beat Auden Dawson for the belt as well. But when you listen to him, he's just so cool. He's
Yeah,
just, like his interviews and that, he's gonna be the real deal. But I
yeah,
think as well, because another thing like why we've done Grapplix, because I mean a lot of the kids that they say they love the show, this and that, but they always want more fights. So
yeah,
obviously there is that side. But I think as well, as a nation, if you look like, I mean, ask most of the kids, they want to be in the UFC
yeah,
and or they want to do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu now that the UFC is doing that, which again is another brilliant thing because it gets more people into it, more
yeah,
kids coming into the sport. But if you look at it, it complements one another. You need Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but you also need obviously your MMA side. And you can see by the kids doing both, like
yeah,
the levels, you can just see they're always going up.
yeah,
And I think as well that, like I said, another thing why we want to do Grapplix is because you've got the sub only side, you've got that, but
yeah,
also we're bringing in the MMA pit as well, which again it's a different feel.
yeah,
We want it like a circus where there's so much going on.
yeah,
If you want to do MMA, you can do MMA. If you want to do sub one, you can do that. If you want to do both, you've got that option. Give the kids as many options as possible because
yeah,
in the long run the development is just going to be crazy,
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
So it's going to be exciting.
No, it was funny when I did the interview, and I remember asking him the question. I said to him, I mean, Scousers, they're good at singing, because obviously, like the Beatles and all that kind of stuff, they're good at football,
Do you see
they're
them all
good at,
on the balcony at the Fed singing?
yeah,
All the mums. Class, man.
But I was
Hilarious.
like, you're good at football, you're good at singing, you're good at fighting. Is there anything you can't do? And Noah
Yeah,
just cool was like, Stoom, we could do everything. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm like, okay, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? So,
They're
but
only human, aren't they? They're just they tick all the boxes, don't they?
I'm married, just saying Joseph
Class.
Taylor as well. Joseph Taylor is a star for me. Joseph getting two
George
wins.
Taylor,
Yeah, two wins on the last one.
his celebrations are just class. Me and the rest were in tears. He proper owns out there. When he comes out and he's getting the crowd going and he's waving his hands, he's class. He's so young as well, man. He's
Yeah,
so
listen,
young. You know
he
that.
came on the commentary as well, man. He did an absolute brilliant job on the commentary. Do you know what I mean? So, and he was so cool on the commentary, man. He knew everything, and he was just talking away, and he was just so cool. Do you know what I mean? And so he's definitely a star. He's definitely a star. Scouser as well, man. Liverpool kid as well.
Mm.
So, I mean, you can probably put a low Joel Thompson. Do you know what I mean? I think Joel Thompson's going to definitely going to be a huge star. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely going to be a huge star coming over the next 12 months for sure.
I
And
know it was a shame about obviously because he had a title fight coming up
yeah,
next month and I think he broke his finger. I think something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Which is a
So
shame because, but again, I mean, look, he fought that Brazilian. He's give up rank, and it goes to show, like from the outside point of view, you think, well, why is a grey and white fighting an orange? But
yeah,
it is that show. Anything can happen. You've just got to
yeah,
put yourself out there. You've got a good coach, obviously trust the guidance and believe in yourself. And I've said it many times. You've got to. somehow quiet the Scousers, because because in that fight you could see, I think the Brazilian were doing stuff like that. Obviously, it's it's his way of going, but once you got that crowd against you,
Yeah.
you're up against it. It's sad. Yeah, there's a mindset to the game as well, and it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So, um, Daniel Frain just saying Abby's made a loads of new friends from it, and that's the thing. It's about bringing everybody together. That's the whole point. That obviously yourself and obviously we all do it, is to bring everybody together. Derek Steele just saying Cody loves the rule set. What other competitions allows footlocks for kids? Not there. I don't think there isn't. I don't even think. I'm trying to think Victory's rules. I don't know about Victory's rule set, but do you know what I mean? I don't think there is any. Do you know what I mean? So, and we saw that in Edinburgh. The footlocks were dependent on coaches and stuff like that. I know that. Do you know what I mean? Because some coaches don't like it. Other coaches are fine with it. So it's obviously dependent. There has to be the agreement between the two, of course. So
I think it can be a grey area, can it?
yeah,
It's. I mean, from my point of view, we'll make sure all the safety boxes are ticked. The refs are looking over. I think for us, we just want to give the next generation that head start.
yeah,
Um, but we have said, if you don't want them in, just let us know, and we can always obviously negotiate that in the matching process at first.
yeah,
I think again, maybe the last few shows, maybe that's where we need to tidy up as a brand. I mean,
yeah,
we're one of them, Stu. We won't take things personal. We take
yeah,
on negative and positive feedback. We have to, as a brand, we have to hear from both sides.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so I think the footlocks make it exciting. And you can see as well from the first show compared to, I think it was the Fed. I think it was the third one at the Fed, where those footlocks you could see that they had more practice and they was going on a lot
yeah,
better. But no, a good point as well is the friendships that are made as well.
yeah,
On and off the mats as well, which is nice. And I think the interviews, I think that makes a big difference, because I mean, especially for sponsors. I mean,
mm,
we've seen a lot of kids, which again is a good thing. A lot of kids are getting sponsors from being on the show. I mean, we've had so many messages in the inbox where kids have said, "Yeah, I've got this sponsorship, that sponsorship for being on," and I think that's another thing where we've been like, on the commentary. People can hear you. They understand, because it's like, I mean, you go out there and you see a fighter. Yeah, they're good. They do this, they do that, but when you actually hear them and you speak to them and you want to hear their journey, how far, what's your goals, where do you want to go, and I
yeah,
think that makes a big difference as well,
yeah,
especially for the sponsors, and it's good because it's not cheap, man. I mean, look at inflation, how much they're printing all the time. Obviously, it's worth less. People are working harder in the jobs, and it's not just the entry fees; it's the fuel, it's the accommodation, it's traveling across the country. It
yeah,
don't go unnoticed. Like
yeah,
it doesn't. It's not cheap. It costs a lot of money. So
yeah,
again, like I've said it before. The parents are the big heroes behind obviously all the kids, man.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. I remember we spoke about it. We talked about doing the interviews, um, not with the kids prior, the pre-fight interviews, and then we talked about doing the commentary stuff as well. And it was like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's give these kids as much opportunities as possible. Do you know what I mean? They'll come out there, they'll go out, they'll do a fight or whatever, but then let's give them everything else. Do you know what I mean? Let's, if they want to come on commentary, and we saw that in Newcastle. We set up, was it Newcastle or Sunderland? We set up the desk, and it was just all the Liverpool kids, and at one point they were all lined up. And I remember Laws walking past, and Laws saying to me, "Mate, you've got your hands full, man." Do you know what I mean? But the kids, absolutely. I mean, every single one of them was desperate to get on the microphone. Do you know what I mean? And there was one kid I can't even. I don't even. I think it was maybe Joseph Taylor, and I remember saying, is anybody watching at home? He's like, yeah, my gran. I don't think it was Joseph Taylor, but he said my gran, and I said, well, you want to say hello to your gran? He's like, no, that's fine. She'll be watching it. So, and he was just so cool, man. And as I said, and that's the thing. I mean, it's about giving them the opportunity to do that. Do you know what I mean? To come on, take a couple of minutes, talk about it when their friends on or whoever
Mhm.
else is on. Do you know what I mean? And just have fun with it. So, and that's exactly what the kids did. Do you know what I mean? And that's but I loved it. I loved having them on the commentary. I don't think Fraser was too happy because obviously they'll be taking Fraser's job soon. But nah, Fraser was fine. Fraser was fine. Do you know what I mean? So but it was good. It was good fun. It was good fun. But Jamie Tervitt just saying kids are flexible. Scottish twisters should be allowed. Now, Scottish twisters, Dion, if you
Don't
don't
get
know
it
what it is,
started with that.
yeah. So obviously Stevie Ray is notorious for the Scottish twister. He did it against Anthony Pettis and so on. And obviously
He's
he's teaching
class, man.
everybody. He's teaching
Yeah.
everybody in the gym, including Cora, how to do the Scottish twister. So, but I don't know. I think that's maybe a bit too far, Jamie. It's a bit too far. Adding in having
You
8-year-olds twisting each other and stuff,
You're
man.
getting us in trouble, man.
But
We'll
yeah,
be we'll be getting him down to do a seminar on stage before all the kids go out, won't we?
Grapplix as well, 22nd of November. Obviously, we're
Yes.
buzzing for that. It's going to be in Leeds. Do we have a venue for it yet?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We do indeed.
Yeah. So we've got the venue. That's going to be amazing. Obviously, you talked a little bit about it. Do you know what I mean? One of the guys I'm pretty sure will be first name on the list will be Toby Collin. Obviously, his home turf. He's going to want to be in amongst that, definitely.
Yeah. No, he has popped up about it. A few have. I mean, the good thing with Leeds, Stu, it's central, isn't it?
Yeah,
You got Manchester, you got Leeds, and even for the guys in the northeast can come down as well. You get a lot of people from Birmingham going up as well. So it gives more people an opportunity to obviously to get there as well.
yeah,
So that's why we wanted to do central country.
yeah, yeah. And it's going to be good. I mean, you talked obviously a little bit about it. There's obviously stuff online that you posted as well. Do you know what I mean? And as you said, it's just about giving something a little bit extra to that community because that's what
Yeah.
they want. That's what the people ask for it, and that's coming.
Yeah, and like we touched on before as well, we don't want to step on any toes. We know there's a
Yeah,
lot of competitions out there. We're happy to work with them as well. We're not going
yeah,
to go in there and clash on the same dates because obviously from a business standpoint, we don't want to take their sales. They don't want to take ours, and
yeah,
we want to work with people. But at the same time as well, we know what the kids want. They want more fights, and we want it to be the mat time. So submission series young subs is going to be your prestige, the
yeah,
high ends, you got your flames, you got your sparks, you got everything. Where that's going to be toned down a little bit next year, not in
yeah,
quality, but in obviously volume. So we might, we'll probably do 3, 4, where it's every few months, and then we'll slip obviously Grapplix in between, which is your MMA. It's got your sub only, and it's one of them as well for us because we looked at it and if you look at grapple industries, for example, they've got a good model where it's a round robin.
yeah,
Because the last thing you want to do, Stu, is you travel across the country, you get there and you have one fight, you get beaten, you're going home.
yeah,
It's not going to be, you're not going to get the full experience, and you want to learn, you want as much mat time. And from what we've seen since we launched it, all the kids are going for like 3, 4 divisions and stuff, which is good because the absolute again we don't take anything from that. All the
yeah,
money, again it gives kids a chance to make a little something as well, which is good and it's fun, isn't it? The absolute's an open division. It is, you have fun with it. Um, so you've got that side, obviously your own divisions. It's gi, no gi, because competitions it tends to be a lot of gi, doesn't it? I've noticed when you
yeah.
you look at a lot of the comps.
Nowadays, I think obviously it's more leaning towards no gi, but there's still obviously quite a big gi scene. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So there's a lot of people still doing the gi. But yeah, I think a lot of it now is moving away from the gi. Gi's traditional. Do you know what I mean? And it's
Traditional,
like
yeah, yeah,
old school. It's old school stuff. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, this next generation coming through, it's all about no gi. It's all about quick movement, wrestling, judo. Do you know what I mean? A little bit of jujitsu and stuff like that. So it's a very, very different kind of scene altogether now. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, it's going to be great, man. I mean, obviously, from what you when I've spoke to you, from hearing about it, and do you know what I mean, and just hearing exactly how it's going to go, the setup and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to be awesome, and it's definitely something that's going to shake the competition scene up for sure.
yeah. No, 100%. We've got some big ideas, but we want it where it's more, like young subs. It can be personal at times. Like we like to
Yeah,
interact with our fighters, and we want the same thing. We want to go around to the clubs. I know we mentioned it the other month, and we've just been that busy, obviously setting things up and stuff. But we want to go into the clubs. We want to obviously interview the coaches, film, the students and stuff, and get to know them better. And that can be like a build up to it as well. We'll share it on the page. I think the more we can put out there content wise, obviously the fighters, they're only going to benefit from it as well. Get that
Yeah,
exposure, 100%. Especially with social media, the power now. You can, and it goes back to the interviews, Doom. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's watching.
yeah,
It's a tool where that use the platform, and like I
yeah,
said, it's not about us, man. We just pull the strings and put the right people together, and
yeah. No, definitely.
fighters win, man.
Derek's Yeah, Derek Steele's just talking about the twisters, just saying, can you imagine the carnage if you were to allow twisters in? Yeah, there would be carnage. There would be absolute carnage.
We'll throw it in the Stoom and Boots fight.
And then Derek Steele again just saying, nothing is central for us. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you remember like Cody, what did you have? It was a footlock finish. It was like 7 seconds. So they drove all the way down from Inverness. Do you know what I mean? It was like a 7 hour drive down.
It must take Derek 3-4 hours just to get to Glasgow, man.
But it was like, I think because there was roadworks and stuff like that. It was a 7 hour drive down, stayed in the hotel the night before. I'd met them in the hotel, do you know what I mean? And we kind of sat up for a bit. And obviously the next day, come in, 7 seconds, drive back up the road. Another 5, 6, 7 hour drive up the road, do you know what I mean? For Cody to come in and finish her match in 7 seconds. She couldn't even make it last a minute, a couple of minutes or nothing.
Yeah.
7 seconds. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Twister. If you add Twisters in there,
7 second fight for a 7 hour drive. That one's
yeah,
Doom.
yeah. So, but no, that's Cody. Cody's been at every show. Do you know what I mean?
Cody's
Cody's,
class. Cody's
yeah.
class, man. We
Obviously
love
one of the
Cody.
ambassadors as well. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Absolute honour to have her as an ambassador. Do you know what I mean? And representing the kids, certainly the ones in north of the border anyway. So, Dion, do you ever get the chance to sleep? The amount you do for all these kids is amazing. So, how's the sleep pattern, Dion?
Well, it's funny you say that because I've been on holiday for the last 10 days and I do feel a little bit bad because I come back and the inbox is it's blown up and I'm normally quite quick at replying. Like, if you'll
Yeah,
notice, I can be online 2, 3 in the morning just catching
yeah,
up all the time. But no, it's all worth it. I enjoy it, man. And I think for me, I love building stuff
yeah,
and like with the show and stuff, yeah, it's good, man. It's good. But the
yeah,
kids, man, the kids love it. Parents love it. Coaches love it. And like I said, it's their platform, man. And from the start, we didn't want it where you go to these, I don't know, these sports halls and there's no atmosphere. You hear a pin drop, and we
yeah,
wanted to offer something different. And we need to we're going to get some good reels as well in
yeah,
Manchester. That's going to be
yeah,
good. Got the opening video. We're going to make it longer. We're going to make it like a bit emotional, and then it's going to be upbeat at the end. We've got the flames instead of sparks, which is going to be cool.
yeah,
Because again, it depends on the venues. Like I said to you before, Stoom, that's why we use sparks. But we're gonna go all in with this one.
yeah,
We've got so many
yeah.
things going.
Yeah, I remember it was Newcastle. We were staying in the flat in Newcastle, and I remember you coming in. You just set the venue up. Do you know what I mean? It was all set up, and I think you were up till about 2 in the morning, half 2 in the morning, and then you had to get up again about 6ish.
Yeah.
6, half 6, to then
Oh,
get
so,
ready to go out and do a full day. Do you know what I mean? So, and even when he went to his bed, he was still online. He was still messaging people because he was messaging me. I was downstairs in my room. Dion's upstairs, and we were still messaging each other, talking about how the show's going to go the next day. So yeah, definitely he doesn't sleep at all. He doesn't sleep at all.
no, I sleepwalk a lot. Well, it's too. It's one of them. Like, you finish a show. I mean, you got the build up to the show. You're doing the action, and then if there's any pullouts, you just got to sort out and all the departments and stuff with the tech and the production and all that. But then once the show finishes, you're matching for the next one. So
Yeah,
it doesn't start, but it's all
yeah.
good, man. It's all good.
Jamie Tervitt just saying you guys need to take praise on how well you interact with all the athletes, made to feel like stars, win or lose. And I mean, for me, that's. I mean, these kids are the future, and I say this all the time. These kids are going to be the ones you're going to see them going on and being IBJJF champions, world champions, ADCC world champions, MMA stars in the UFC and stuff like that. And we'll be able to sit back in 10 years' time, 20 years' time and say, I remember when they were on Young Subs 1 or Young Subs 2. Do you know what I mean? So, in my eyes, I mean, these kids are already stars, but they're going to go on and do some crazy things in this sport.
100%. 100%. It's scary, the generation, man. The
Yeah,
light years ahead.
yeah.
100%.
Plus, when we're old and grey, well, I'm already old and grey, right? But when you're old and grey, they're going to remember you and say, "Oh, I remember Dion." Do you know what I mean? So,
We've only got a small part, and like I said, they're the winners. But like Jamie said, though, like you win and lose again. I mean, go back to obviously last week with all the drama with Megan and stuff. What was said there. You should have seen the inbox to him. It was just full of support, and that's the
yeah,
thing. We win and lose together, and
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
If yeah,
yeah.
regardless, isn't it? You support each other, don't you?
Definitely. Daniel Frain just saying again, doing a great job. Keep it up. And that's the
Thanks,
thing. I
man.
mean,
Appreciate it, man.
yeah.
What up to Tabby? She's killing
Yeah,
it, man. She's
yeah.
killing it.
But that's the thing. I
Nice
mean,
to see.
obviously,
Soon, like we said, didn't we? Obviously, you follow these journeys and stuff,
yeah,
and yeah, they're the
yeah.
winners, man. Confidence and
I
not giving up, not giving up.
I just loved it when she came up to me in Edinburgh with a medal. And she said, I've got one. I've got one. Do you know what I mean? And that to me, I get so proud seeing all these kids, and I always, don't get me wrong, right? I've got favourites, right? We've all got favourites. Do you know what I mean? So any of the Scottish kids, do you know what I mean? If a Scottish kid's up against anybody, I want the Scottish kid to win. But at the same time, and I remember having a conversation with Daisy Bowers about this, and Daisy saying, "Do you know what, Stoom? Regardless of who we're up against, you're always supportive of us." Regardless if it's a Scottish kid or an English kid or whatever, you'll still talk good about us. You'll repost our stuff and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's the thing. I get to sit back and see some of the best kids in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Out there doing their thing. And it's a proud moment. It's definitely a proud moment.
No, 100%. I mean, I've said it to the lads before as well. Like I've got a great job. I've literally got a pool of the best talent in the UK, and it's like when you get a new pair of trainers, it
Yeah,
just makes you want to go running, and
yeah,
you're matching, and you're like, oh, that's exciting. I could do that one. It's just, yeah, lucky,
yeah,
man, lucky. It's class,
yeah.
bro, class.
I've been going to one question that I've been asked a few times, right? Are we going to see Marlo Jones back?
We need to, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's well, it's funny you say that because I had a fight for him in Manchester, and I messaged him, but he's actually in Brazil. So
yeah,
that's the only reason why he couldn't do it. Because he did YS1, we did the
yeah,
first one, and then we had him matched in Liverpool for the second one. But then the lad who we were going to fight, he got injured,
yeah,
and with Marlo, he's high level, so your options are limited, to
yeah,
match him. So obviously that's why he goes to Brazil and stuff. But no, we've got some high level names coming in. We
yeah,
just got Noah Wright matched. I'm working on a few others as well. I think Santi, we're trying to get him on. Galleon's coming back up. There's loads of names, man. There's loads.
yeah. It
And
was
we've
good to
got,
see Santi back. It's good to see Santi back in the last one. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, he got it done quick there. He's a
yeah,
good talent because we got a kid over from Portugal for that one.
yeah,
I think he was born in Dubai, but I think he lives in Portugal, I think, or the other way around.
yeah,
Um, so again, sometimes you do need to get these international fighters into to get kids match, which luckily we get that, which is good.
yeah. So just saying, Bobby the Beast. I can't wait. Amari,
Yeah,
Amari, Bobby the
that's
Beast.
another. Yeah, that's a great fight.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
uh,
gonna be 100 miles an hour. They're both coming out quick there.
yeah.
That's gonna be really good because
Mate,
Bobby's give up a little bit of weight for that
mhm,
one. And again, it's you match the kids, and we always try and keep it as close as possible in
yeah,
weight. But sometimes you do need a little bit of leeway to get over the line. And we were lucky there. I spoke to Bobby's coach. He's been brilliant as well, mate. Really good
yeah,
all through it. He sent a team across. So yeah, got some good fights, man.
Yeah, one somebody just came in with a fight. I'm just having a look at. Let's have a look. I'm going to see it. Nah, see that fight. I don't think that fight can happen, right? Because I think there's a bit of an age difference. But
Which one?
somebody's just Derek Steele, Marlo Jones, Noah Tyndall.
Yeah, that would be good.
Do you know what I
Rematch.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
because that was unfortunate that how that happened. Obviously with the DQ and stuff because
oh, sorry, not Noah Tyndall. Sorry, not Noah Wright.
Marlo and yeah, Noah Wright and Marlo
Yeah,
Derek's on about, isn't he? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a good fight. That was the first. That was the very first one, wasn't it?
yeah. So I
Because
know that Marlo.
Noah's got that mindset as well. He'll fight anyone.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you get a good name in there, it's you get a match, which is good.
Yeah, I think the two of them wanted to continue, but it's that thing. Once it's called, that it's called. There's the referee. The decision's made. Do you know what I mean? And I remember talking to Marlo after it, and he was like, "Do you know what I mean? I didn't want it to finish like that." And I'm like, "Do you know what, Marlo? It's done. Move on. Do you know what I mean? Let's go to the next one. It happens. Do you know what I mean? I said it's once it's called, there's nothing you can do. And I mean, both of them kids wanted to keep going. Both of them
Yeah.
wanted to keep going, but I mean, the rules is rules. It's there for a reason. Um, and but yeah, rematch would be absolutely awesome.
I think it's one of them. I think if it happened on the second event or the third event,
Yeah,
it might have carried on. I
yeah,
think because I think we were probably a bit overcautious at first. You got to keep in mind, obviously, the kids. We don't want anyone to get hurt. I mean, it's not like we think differently now, but we just know they're a bit more confident and stuff.
yeah,
But I think the reaction as well, like you could hear him, couldn't you? And I
yeah.
think, with it, because was it a knee bar? Was it? I think.
Yeah. I think the knee
Yeah.
crossed over, the leg crossed over.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, especially at that age. I mean, that age is. I mean, the knee crossing over at any age is a horrible thing. But I mean, at that age, you definitely don't want it happening. And as I said, I think it happened first, and then they kind of told, "Look, don't do that," and then it happened again. It's just the way. I mean, you saw the match. I mean, the match was fast paced, very, very fast paced, and it was very, very easy to get into that position. So, but yeah, maybe, hopefully, maybe at some point in the future, them two definitely going at it again.
Yeah.
Uh, Amari's just saying, thankfully, not against Kobe. I think she's talking about the Bobby the Beast again. So, so, but yeah, let's see. I mean, there's a lot of great fights that can happen. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of great fights. You talked about Megan Stacey moving up to 55. Do you know what I mean? It opens up a whole load of things for her, which is good because I know she struggled getting people at 50. So yeah, 55, there's going to be a whole load of other people for her. So
It's it's probably the most stacked division.
yeah,
You got Megan
yeah,
Stacey, you got Frankie coming over as well. Caitlin Fitzpatrick has been on an absolute rip.
she's
She's probably, I
terrifying,
mean,
man. Yeah,
she's had no mat time because she's just got them done that quick.
yeah,
Like, I think she's
yeah,
3-0 and it's been seconds. She's just been crazy, crazy
yeah,
good.
yeah,
There's Jazzy Tyson as well. There's Sienna. I mean, there's 5 names just there. And there would have been a
yeah,
few I've missed.
yeah,
Um, Obviously, you got Cora in there as well. Amelia. Honestly, it's
yeah,
just it's the who's of who, isn't it? It's a crazy division, and to be honest, looking at it, you're probably going to see a few girls step up to 60
yeah,
because it probably makes more sense. Especially obviously a few of the girls are from the same clubs and they're good enough, obviously, to win a title. I mean, shout out to Loz, he's done an incredible job. I
yeah,
mean, they've supported the show massively. They always send a lot
yeah,
of fighters over, which we're grateful for. But the talent is just it's crazy, man. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So credit to those guys for sure.
Yeah, just like a couple of the titles you've got up. Berkeley Jeffries Gi match. So I know Ruby's been
Hmm.
shouting at me about getting a title match. Do you know what I mean? So because I think Ruby's what 4-0, I think 4-0 at the
Oh
moment.
no, yeah,
And she was obviously screaming for a title match, and a lot of other people as well were talking about it. And it's happening. So obviously she's going to be up against Jeffries. That's 45 kilo gi match. Cora Tervit returning as well. Obviously after that arm break, she was at a competition. Was it last week, a couple of weeks ago, and obviously come away with a gold medal.
one,
So
yeah, yeah. That was good to
um,
see. It's good to see
yeah,
Cora back. Cora's a really nice girl, really
yeah.
nice girl, good person, good
She,
fighter.
She
Um,
talked about the anxiety as well going into that after, because obviously the anxiety is going to be high. You broke your arm 6, 7 weeks prior to that, so
I mean,
um,
it's in the back of your head, isn't it? It's always
yeah,
going to be there, and for her to come back so quick and to compete straight away and to
yeah,
win, it's
yeah,
incredible. Because obviously, she was going to fight for the belt against Amelia, weren't she, in Edinburgh?
yeah,
Which obviously we were ashamed, but we'll put it back on. I said that to her at the time. There's always going to be another time. Just keep doing
yeah,
what you get yourself obviously back to square one because health's important, man. You got to look after your body. You've only got one, so
yeah, yeah.
it's
And
getting that
then
right.
another one that's up for a title, Taylor Ben, man. Taylor Ben, Leah Dawson. Do you know what I mean? Both of these girls are absolutely awesome. Taylor's been nothing short of amazing. I think she's submitted everybody. And obviously get a title fight, 60 kilo no gi match. And as you say, there's a few people at 55 are going to step up to 60, but then obviously they're going to have to then go against either a Taylor Ben, a Leah Dawson, Cora Tervit's up there as well. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people at 60 as well as 55.
Yeah, another good division. I mean Taylor Ben, I think she's 4-0. She's been very, very good, and obviously
Yeah.
she won the team event as well with the
Yes.
onboard Angels. Um, they won every fight, I think, didn't they? So I think
Yeah.
3 subs and one went to decision. So they nearly got max points. They were really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit again, a missed call in that last fight with the jumping guard.
Hmm.
So they wanted to run it back. Taylor was, she was saying about it. She said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, let's put it on."
Yeah.
So we put that because I know Leah has lost. She's lost a few, but she's won a few as well. I mean, she beat Amelia after that as well. A lot of
Yeah.
people didn't see that coming. That was a
Yeah.
little upset. But I think that sums up the show as well, and it sums up the quality. It's impossible to have a perfect record now,
Yeah.
and if you look at the fighters, anyone can win and lose against each other on any
Yeah.
given day. You could like Stu, it's like you could fight someone 5 times. You might win three, I might win two. That is the reality, isn't it?
Yeah, Butch might beat me in November, man. I mean, I know what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? So, but uh, but that's exactly as it is. Do you know what I mean? That's why we love it. Do you know what I mean? Because as I said, anything can happen. We've seen some big upsets at young subs. Do you know what I mean? We've seen people that people had thought, oh, this person's going to win, and then do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? They didn't. So, um, who's the other one? Joel Thompson, Lucas Cook. That's going to be an amazing match. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both
So
guys
that
on a high. So
yeah. So again, that one's not going to happen now because obviously he's broke his finger, hasn't he?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that title that's off then. So there'll be nobody stepping in for that one. No.
I don't know. I'm going to have a look because again, it just depends on obviously records.
Yeah.
Not made a decision on it yet. If we can obviously, spoke to Laws about it, and he just
Yeah.
said, we obviously, if Lucas can fight, we won't hold
Yeah.
him back to it.
Yeah.
It's just one of them. We'll just have to see if we can fit someone in.
Yeah.
That's 60 kilograms, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Um, yeah. So there's that one. I know there's Leah, um,
Alex
Taylor.
Devine, Spencer Birds. Um, that's going to be a crazy match as well. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be a very, very good match. Again, both of these guys have been nothing short of phenomenal in the matchups that they've had.
Yeah, I mean Alex stepped in last minute
Mhm.
in Liverpool, stepped in late to fight, and he's a super talent. He's
Yeah.
brilliant. He's
Yeah.
very nice lad as well. He's he's really good. And then Spencer on the other side. Did you see that last fight? That
Yeah.
was that
Yeah.
was that would probably fight of the day on the sub side, on the young sub side. That was crazy because they asked for black belt rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, obviously, if they ask for it, we speak to both sides. If they're open, we'll put it on. But
Yeah.
what a fight! The footlocks and crazy, man, crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And then obviously ended up finishing up with obviously the king, a young subs, Toby Collin, up against Harry Mackay. Do you know what I mean? So, and again, let me point out the reason I called Toby Collin the king of young subs is because he was the first double champ. Do you know what I mean? So we've done that since day one. Do you know what I mean? He was first person ever to win 2 medals in a one show. And he's done phenomenal, unbeaten And now obviously unbeaten on sub series as well. So and that's going to be another great matchup. And he's been shouting for this Harry Mackay match since I don't know young subs since Harry won the belt. Since I don't know young subs too. I think he's been screaming for it. He's been wanting them since then.
Yeah, great fight. It's going to be really good.
Yeah,
Really good. I think they've asked for black belt rules as well. I think.
yeah,
I think there's just Torhold. There's something that's not in it. I need to look back. But no, very exciting fight.
yeah.
Very exciting fight.
Just a couple
Right,
other
right.
comments coming in. Amari just saying these girls are the best around. Megan will do well in whatever division she competes in for sure. And Cora, so excited to get back on young subs. Do you know what I mean? And as you were definitely excited. I mean, as
Yes,
Cora did
yes.
brilliant. Coming on, did some commentary as well. I know she was doing some interviews. Was it Young Subs 4, 5?
No, it was the one in Sunderland at the point. She
Yeah,
did some interviews and that, which
Young
were
Sub
again
5. Yeah. So
class act, class
yeah,
act.
yeah. So
It goes back to picking ambassadors. It's not just about winning, Stu. We've said it a million times before.
yeah,
It's the message and how you carry yourself. On
yeah,
and off the mats.
yeah,
So she's class, man. She's class. Good to have her back. Good to have her back. She's
definitely,
got she's
definitely.
got a tough one. She's given up a bit of weight. She's going up against a blue belt, but nothing she can't handle, man. That's going to be good. It's going to
Yeah,
be should be a close fight there.
just no Scottish twisters, Cora. Definitely no Scottish twisters. So,
Maybe on the sub series, we'll get her on there. We'll get her on there next year. Don't be wrong.
definitely, definitely. What's what you looking forward to next year? What anything planned? Anything that we could be excited to see next year?
I'm excited for Grapplix. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's gonna be. It's funny, Stu, because I feel like we've gone back in time a little bit. Because
yeah,
obviously, it feels like I'm back in December. Because
yeah,
I know obviously we started the first young subs in January, and it was the unknown because a lot of people said to us at first, because you hear it all over.
yeah,
A lot of people said, you're crazy.
yeah,
Why are you attempting doing a kids show? You're not going to get any matches, and I think for us, we just put the noise to one side. We didn't raise to it. We just thought, let's put it on and let's, let the results speak for themselves. And I think for us, with this, we want to go in with the mindset of, okay, we're the new guys to the block. We're not
yeah,
here to step on any toes. We've got a mission. We've got a goal, and let's just execute it step by step. And we've got the sub on this side, which is going to be brilliant. I think for
yeah,
us as well, I like to sort of put myself in the customer's shoes, the
yeah,
consumer, and sort of challenge a little bit. So why go to Grapplix? Why go to Grapplix over Grapple Industries? Well,
yeah,
okay, we've got the Rem Robin, we've got the sub only. You guys have got that as well. I'm not saying by any means I'm going to challenge Grapple Industries. They're worldwide. They're a fantastic brand. They've got a great model,
yeah,
but I think at the same time, you have to adapt and you have to follow where the times are. And I
yeah,
think the MMA is a big factor at the minute.
mhm,
A lot of people aren't in it, but a lot of people are in it. And I
yeah,
think for the next generation, if we can give them the MMA, if we can give them obviously the sub only as well, which are Ren Robin, they're getting the mat time. It's, again, they're only gonna that development's only gonna go like that. So I think for us, I think Grapplix will be a new challenge.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
excited for that. And like I said, we love building things. We want to and we've got a great team. It's the same team again. On the MMA side, we've not announced the team yet, but it is a good team. We've got we've got guys that's in Cage Warriors that are refing the show, and we've got the high end guys. So,
yeah,
and again, we've said to them, like, we've come up with a rule set, add your own little touch in there. You guys are refing it. What do you like? What do you not like? And let's come up with a bit of a plan and see how far we can go.
yeah,
So I think next year, I think young subs, if we can peel that back a little bit, we want. If you look at submission series, Stu, it's always been known for prestige, hasn't it? We
yeah,
don't want submission series to be every single month like we've kind of done this year. I think this year we've had too much time on our hands at times, and we got a little bit excited and we booked in events. And keep in mind as well, we've got exclusivity at venues as well. So they
yeah,
require a lot from us
yeah,
in regards to activity, like how many events can you put on for us. So I think we've had good discussions with them, and we said next year we want to keep it 3-4. We've also found a venue down south as well for the
Yeah.
Southerners.
Well, do you know what? Just as you say that, Daniel Cullenford, will you bring young subs down
That is
south?
crazy.
So,
That's crazy. Yeah.
so just as you mentioned that, so Daniel, here's your answer.
Yeah. Great minds and all. I think with going down south, because at the beginning of the year we said we want to do Scotland because obviously the northeast it's the nearest point to them and they've supported us for years, so we had to do that.
Yeah,
And then Liverpool, we wanted to go there because the atmosphere, the fan base, and they're brilliant, right? So we
yeah,
wanted to do that. We've done that, and the last thing on the list, and I've had a few friends from London saying, "Come on, you need to keep your promise. You said you were going to come," and I think we will do it next year, 100%. We've already got a venue, so we're throwing that out there. We've already got a venue. Um, we just need to get a date, but I think for that we need to approach it a different way. So
yeah,
again, it's going to be a different audience. Can
yeah,
you? Can we really expect all the gang up here to go down there? I mean, yeah, okay, some of them will, but again, it's learn to walk before you run, isn't it? So
yeah,
we've
yeah,
just been building behind the scenes down there. We will definitely do it.
yeah,
It will be next year now because Stone, we want to do it, but we want to do it right. We're not going to
yeah,
rush and get everything wrong because at the end of the day, it's the fans and the fighters that would feel that if we didn't do, because we don't want to go down there and it doesn't feel like submission series. It doesn't feel like young subs.
yeah, yeah,
We can't, we've built a reputation and we don't want to let that slip in one event. We
yeah,
can't do that. So
yeah,
less shows next year, but the right shows. BEC Arena, for me personally, I'd love that to be the home of the brand. I think
yeah,
we're big in central of the country. I think that people are going to love it. You've got the Cage Warriors there, the venue, it's got everything we need, the production, the lights, got everything. So I
yeah,
think obviously, that'd be good. We'll do the Fed, Sunderland at the point again. That's got everything.
yeah,
We want to be in good venues, but then Grapplix, like I said, that'll fit in between.
yeah,
And that's going to be like your mat time, the crazy circus where you've got your MMA, you've got your combat
yeah,
jits for the adults. I wouldn't do that for the kids. But yeah,
yeah. So there you go, Daniel. Next year, definitely keep an eye out for it. Daniel Frayne just said Northern Takeover. Obviously, the Northerners hitting London. Do you know what I mean? So that's yeah, I'm sure they've made films about stuff like that. Just going in and just invading London. So
well, Stu, you were born down there, weren't you?
I was born in Stepney. I'm
Yeah,
an East London boy,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
moved up here when I was very, very young. So, but yeah, London's. I don't know. I've not been in London for. I mean, I've been down there a couple of times, competitions and stuff like that. But it was like Crystal Palace. Head down to Crystal Palace. There was always a big competition there. But yeah, London's nice, man. London's nice. Do you know what I mean? Depends on what part of London you go to, of course. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely. So Daniel, London. Obviously, you know who'll be happy? Checkmate Essex.
Yeah.
Checkmate Essex. I've been shouting, and I remember every time I'd done a live, they're like, "When you coming to London?" And I was like, "London's a bit different because logistically, to get in and out of London, it can be a logistic nightmare. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you're having to bring all the stuff, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, keep an eye out, keep watching, guys, because London's coming next year, definitely. So, um, Dion, obviously it's been an amazing journey so far. Anybody you want to shout out to? Friends, family members, the team sponsors, anybody that we've had.
Everyone, man. Everyone. Like I said, the kids, without the fighters, there's no show. I've said that from the get go. We can do everything, but without the fighters, there's no show.
Yeah,
The parents, again, they spend the money, obviously, to, the travel, accommodation. Coaches, again, without the trust of the coaches, it can be hard to get fighters matched. They've always been good with us. Sponsors, they help in regards to the show because again, Stu, like we don't make much from these shows. Everything goes on production, as you know.
yeah,
So any sponsors that come in, it means we can add things to the show to make it better. Big shout out to you, brother, as well. You're always pushing the community, always pushing the brand. I mean, again, you don't get paid for these interviews, man. and you're always pushing people, and you're helping our brand, you're helping others, and you're not biased to just us. You help others as well. You help everyone. Like, if we all have that same mindset,
Yeah.
we can all win, can't we? And credit to you, brother. The staff, I say it over and over again. Without the staff, man, it's a big team effort. It's not just me.
Yeah.
And I've said from day one, it's not about me. It'll never be about me. And I always feel funny coming on these podcasts because I don't want anyone to think it's about me. I'm just the guy who puts it all together, who does all the matching and all that. But the staff, it's a
You
20
play.
man.
Yeah, I mean, you play a massive part. I mean, as I said, matchmaking is a skill in itself. Do you know what I mean? I mean, and to make sure that you've not got the same people fighting the same every single show. Do you know what I mean? And matchmaking is definitely a skill in itself. Do you know what I mean? And keeping everything together. So you definitely play a massive part in everything that's going on.
I think matchmaking, it's especially on the kid side, it's a different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's you've got to look at. I mean, you look at your basics, you look at obviously your weight and your age, your size, and all that.
yeah,
But I think you've got to. I try and see it from both sides. I don't really like putting. I'm not going to put fights out there where I feel as though the other person's not going to get anything from it, and it's
yeah,
same for the other person. Like if you're
yeah,
not challenging them, and you'll see a lot of shows. There's a lot of shows coming up now where they're doing sub only shows. So in my eyes, I feel as though we've won already. Not compared to what they do, but the movement we've created, more people are obviously doing it, they're pushing it. And I think that's because they've seen what we've done. There's
yeah,
a lot of things that a lot of people are copying our model, and it's good. We're definitely on the right path. But in regards to matchmaking, it's yeah, I think you want to find some common ground where even if you lose the fight, you've gained so much from it.
yeah,
And I think a lot of time as well, when people go out there and they win the fight, they win it. They still take something from it. And I
yeah,
think it can be hard at times. And I think it's funny because when we match a lot of the time, and we're not even trying to be cruel, but me and shout out to Aaron as well, by the way, Josh's dad. He helps
yeah,
massively with the brand and stuff.
yeah,
He's been ace, and especially for me coming in obviously into the scene at first, I didn't know who was good and who's not good, and which fights make sense. And
yeah,
he's been
yeah,
brilliant from the start. Um, and we were just saying, you want the right fights that make sense to people, for both sides.
yeah, yeah. Definitely. One final comment coming in. Cody, the real deal steel. Just saying, as long as London is close to an airport, I will be there. My dad will buy the flight tickets. Well, do you know what? I think Dad will be happy because for him to
Cody
fly.
Steele, come on, your dad loves driving. He loves being in all that traffic. There's nothing about airports. Come on.
But do you know what? I think he'd be happy to fly because flying from Inverness would probably only take about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he'd be overjoyed with a flight down. So yeah, Cody's already got the tickets booked. She just needs a date, and then that's her. So, but listen, Dion, absolute pleasure, brother. It's always a pleasure seeing you and hearing what's happening. Do you know what I mean? I get to hear it all anyway, but obviously letting everybody else hear what's going on, and especially Manchester, guys. Manchester's going to be massive. I mean, it's obviously in the BEC Arena. As I said, anybody that doesn't know the BEC Arena, as I said, I've been able to see it through Cage Warriors and other shows. Just go on Google the BEC Arena in Manchester. Have a look. Have a look at the size of the venue. Have a look at what you can expect with seats out and maybe a cage in the middle or a mat in the middle and stuff like that. So you'll have an idea. You'll be able to see the kind of just have a look at like Cage Warriors. Do you know what I mean? When they had the show there, the kind of lights, the promotion, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you're going to expect to see. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, we've we've built from young subs one and even sub series prior to that. Do you know what I mean? What we've been building and building and building is to get to this point. And this is where we're going to be, and this is going to be absolutely massive. Do you know what I mean? And as Dion said, you've got kids coming over from Spain. We've obviously got the Irish kids are coming over. Do you know what I mean? They're coming over to take over. So they'll be heading over as well. Hopefully, we'll see a couple of the Brazilian kids back as well. I'm hoping to see High and Petri on the mat again, man. He's an awesome kid. He was a bit more toned down than the last one because
Yeah,
obviously he's
no,
got a
he's
McGregor.
he's matched. We've got a match. He's on the card.
Yeah,
He's on the
I've got,
card.
yeah, he's an awesome kid. He just brings, as I said, he was very toned down. I don't know if somebody's maybe had a word with him and said, look, you need to calm it down a bit. But do you know what I mean? I love.
Like I was saying, you can't get the scouts going once you get that room up. You're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. It's class how they get behind you, man. It's
Yeah,
but no, like you say, everything we've done, it's been building up to this. This will be the biggest. I promise
yeah,
you. We've
yeah,
got some crazy things planned. It will be the
yeah.
biggest, and
So guys,
we've got nearly 70 fights already. It's going late into the night. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be big.
yeah. Jamie Tervet just said, young subs Inverness, give Dale a break. Young subs, mate,
You,
Inverness. I don't think
Jamie,
there's
you
as
can
many
plan that
scouts.
one. You can plan that one. I'm not getting involved with that one.
But guys, make sure you head over. Tickets are available on the Young Subs official page for the Young Subs show. Tickets are also available on Submission Series official for the Sub Series show. Pay-per-views obviously available on both as always. Obviously myself, Fraser Clark. We'll obviously have guests throughout the day. Obviously the kids that are on the show, I'll be on. We'll get some of the adults on as well. The adults don't really talk as much as the kids. Do you know what I mean? So I know we had Jake Smiley. Jake Smiley was awesome.
Jake
Came
was
on.
good, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Jake did absolutely brilliant. So maybe get Jake on again for the next one. I know it's going to be a great show. It's going to be Manchester's going to be brilliant. We're going to start doing interviews for them as well. I'll get a date put out. So we're going to try and get as many
Stu,
interviews done.
quickly, just on Grapplix as well, we're gonna drop a discount code as well tomorrow for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
So obviously just look out for that as well. That's gonna be up because we're still in early bird anyway.
yeah.
But we're gonna drop a code for 48 hours where people can get signed up and that, which should be good.
Nice, nice. So, guys, keep an eye out for that. We'll get that reposted as well. So, definitely don't miss this Manchester show, though. I mean, I can't wait for it, man. I cannot wait for this. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to
It's gonna
start
be
doing a lot
class.
of promotion. So we're going to do a lot of promotion for this over the next few weeks. September the 13th. We're just short of a month away. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Listen, get
Soon
involved.
we're gonna go around and film the obviously fighters going in for the titles as well,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
should be good. Just to hear a build up, and for the first time, we're going to do face offs on stage as well, beginning of the
yeah.
show. It's just going to be
Nice.
class. You could look at each other and get that stare down, which should be good. But
Mate,
no, it's
Toby
gonna
Collin and Harry Mackay, man, that's going to be a crazy face off. Do you know what I mean? So that'll be like Kamza and DDP facing off each other. So yeah, but listen, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be amazing. But Dion, listen, enjoy the next 4 weeks. Obviously, I know it's going to be very, very stressful for you. Do you know what I mean? I know you love it though. You love it. But yeah, listen, we speak almost every day anyway. So yeah, but listen, enjoy the next 4 weeks, and I'll see you in Manchester, brother.
legend, my guy. God
All
bless.
right,
Appreciate it,
take it
man.
easy. Bye bye.
Thanks for having us.